Hey, Jeremy, hope all is well. Um, I'm just wondering, this offseason, I know you've been, recovering from, procedure, and you've been playing a little bit more safety. How do you foresee your role changing this upcoming season?
Yeah, so I mean, right now I am meeting with the safeties and the DBs really as a whole. I'll do a lot of things that I did similar to last year as well, but primarily a safety right now.
How was that for you? I know you play mostly, you toggle between both, but if you were to play a little bit more safety this year, how do you feel about that and in your comfortability?
I'm comfortable playing safety. I'm comfortable playing any position. So wherever I'm needed, that's where I'll play.
Nick Carboni, please.
Hey, Jeremy, what do you guys take from defensively the way you guys finished last year? Brian mentioned, a lot of younger guys and starting to get more comfortable under Phil Snow and what he's looking for. And now that you have maybe more of a defined role or obviously a couple of different things that you might do, what do you envision for this defense this season?
Yeah, I envision us taking big strides compared to last year. Last year just being everybody's first time in the defense. We had a lot of young guys take a lot of reps, so experience in that way. We also brought in some more pieces. So, I think we have a lot of things and everything really that we need here as a defense.
All right, Steve Reed, then Will Pelagic.
Hey, Jeremy, just back to the safety thing. I mean, is that something that when were you told about it? Is it something that you wanted to do? And you know, what was kind of the reasoning behind it as it was explained to you?
I really didn't ask any questions. I'm going to play wherever I'm needed most in the defense. Safety is a position I played in college. You saw the positions I played last year, just kind of moved around. So wherever I'm needed on the defense, that's where I'm more than happy to play.
Do you got a preference?
Not really. Just like playing football.
Go ahead, Will. All right, let's go ahead and move to Mike Slort, and we'll come back to Will.
Thanks, Ryan. Hey, Jeremy, right here, waving at you. Last year you worked exclusively. It seemed exclusively with Coach Holcomb. He was like your own personal coach. Have you introduced yourself to the rest of the staff? And what are you seeing from as this group is kind of coming together with 1 year under your belt in these OTAs?
Yeah, I've talked to the entire staff. I've taken coaching from everybody. So from Simmons last year, Saravo to Al from Coach Snow. I've been coached by everybody. So yeah.
Are you seeing this group? What are you seeing now with you having the opportunity to have OTAs this year, which you didn't have last year? It seems like you guys are kind of coming together a lot more quickly than you may have a year ago because you're able to bond and go through these workouts.
Yeah, well, bonding is one thing, but also, the ability to take time, work on technique, work on some situational things that we might not have, the opportunity to last year without OTAs. So just taking advantage of the time that we have.
All right, let's go to Joe Person, then we'll go back to Will Pelagic. Joe.
Jeremy, when Coach Snow was talking to us back at the end of the season about potentially moving you to safety, he talked about kind of having less wear and tear back there and kind of having your long-term future in mind. Is that something you see as a potential benefit? And then I also wondered where you think which position offers the most chances for big plays for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a factor as well. Me being a smaller linebacker, it's not typical you see 218, 220-pound linebackers in the NFL. So that definitely will play a part. I feel like as far as making plays, they can be made at either position. When you're a linebacker, you're a little bit closer to the ball, a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, so that plays a factor. But when you're a safety, you can also make plays on the ball in the air.
Hey, Jeremy. Sorry if you were asked this already. I'm 0 for 1 against technology today. So, as far as just your role again with the whole situation about the different positions, how much do you feel like the league is moving towards this position versatility? Because I know you have this obviously on different parts of the team, but as far as on defense, how much do you feel like the game is headed in that way, and just your role in that kind of playing as a guy who rows between those two positions?
Yeah, it's really it's becoming bigger and bigger, especially like with these quarterbacks just getting smarter, having guys that can do multiple things, play different positions, just kind of any way you can slow a quarterback's thought progression. Whether a guy he may be blitzing, he may be dropping in coverage, so the more you could do, the better it is for a defense.
All right, Elena, and then Nick Carboni.
Hey, Jeremy, I know you're getting a lot of questions kind of about on the field, but I was wondering kind of in general, going into your second season, are there things that you feel more comfortable with? Has it slowed down? Is there anything that feels a lot different than your rookie season right now?
I would say so, yeah, in a way. If you compare this year to this time, to last year this time, it was a completely different situation. I was back at home. Nobody was in the building. Everything was virtual. So now just having the opportunity to be in a defense, one, it's my second year, so I already have I already know the defense. Two, I'm also getting those physical and reps, seeing it in person compared to watching film or just taking notes last year.
And then I was just curious, on your knee, are you concerned about that being anything lingering? Or you feel pretty good?
No, I feel good. So right now it's just kind of a precautionary thing. There's no point in risking something right now in OTAs. So I'll be ready to go come camp.
Jeremy, as you move back to safety, what are the biggest things you took from playing linebacker for a year that you can take back there, and then what's the biggest adjustment that you have to make?
One thing I could take from playing linebacker last year is seeing gaps, reading gaps on the fly. Now playing from depth, I can see it even better and react even faster. So that's something I'll definitely take on with me. And then what was the other part of that question? Sorry.
I guess it's just what's the biggest adjustment to playing safety now, probably more close to full-time in the NFL?
Right now, playing safety, you're playing at depth now. There's smaller room for error. So, you may miss a play, and as a linebacker, it may go 10 yards instead of, 2. At safety, you mess up, it's a touchdown.
All right, looks like we got one more from Joe Person to finish off. So, Joe, let's finish with you.
Jeremy, saw you spending some time with Coach Snow today, kind of watching the defense from his vantage point. How helpful was that? And, do you kind of start, were you kind of looking at it through a safety's lens at that point?
Yeah, just going through the back, and taking those reps, just making my calls, not being able to be on the field right now. Just taking those visual reps and, get as close as possible to actually being on the field. So, yeah, that stuff is helpful.